What's going on, everybody? Hello, happy Tuesday. Hope everybody's doing well. 2K25, obviously more of it. What else would we be doing? Crazy thoughts if you think we're playing anything else. But I hope you're all doing well. Happy April. Kind of crazy that April is here already. We've had an absolutely wild March. I posted on Twitter earlier today. I just lots of thanks and bewilderment at how things have gone. I started out doing, I set a goal to do daily shorts. I know that that's a bit of a stretch, and sometimes not all of the shorts hit, but we started that journey about halfway or so through January. And then into the start of this game, I mean, the explosion, on the channel has been absolutely unreal, and I just want to thank you guys for that. I know it's a bit different of a direction. We don't do as many full videos, but we do the most we can. Okay, this is new. Scan code to unlock in-game rewards. Clean play. In-game power-ups while matching the power used by gaming with renewable energy. There was a company that they worked with on the last game. A clean play subscription is required to redeem rewards. Okay, we're gonna find out about this stuff to get Smurf. That's what it was. But Kat, what's going on? Tom, welcome back. Thank you for that nugget of info. Guy, what is going on? Hello. And Duck, good evening. Welcome back for 2 months in a row. Thank you for choosing to use your Prime sub here. I greatly appreciate it. All right, let's try and dig a little deeper here. What is clean play, and what is the subscription? Okay, so 2K25 is on here. Topspin 2K25 is also on here, so it is a legit thing. They're not fooling us. Why do I feel like I heard about this somewhat recently? Subscribers can snag monthly in-game rewards starting with Topspin 2K25 and PGA Tour 2K25, more dropping soon. I feel like I may have actually heard about clean play on like I don't know if it was on some sort of like game announcement thing or what it was. But it's a paid thing, so you get 2 months for free, but it's $20 for the year. Match playing time to renewable energy, access all benefits. So like, join clean play and get 1300 VC, but effectively you're paying for the VC. It's just like Clean Play is a subscription-based platform that enables players to support the clean energy market while gaming. To drive demand for clean energy generation by matching the average electricity used while gaming on a console device with an equivalent amount of verified clean energy. Your subscription also provides you with rewards and community membership. We aren't changing the electricity flowing to your home or console yet. Instead, we are facilitating a market-based mechanism that aims to increase demand for clean power over time. Interesting. Cranky Boomer, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Okay, players who subscribe to Clean Play will receive in-game rewards like XP boosts and virtual currency in PGA Tour 2K or Topspin 2K25. So it's $20 for the year or $2 a month. This is early access pricing, which indicates that they plan to raise the price. Interesting. I mean, so that's a thing. I mean, I guess if anybody is interested in that, it's not an ad, it's just a thing being shown off in the game right now. Sounds like a lot of work for 1300 VC. I mean, because if that's the sales pitch, I mean, I guess for a month, right? $2 for 1300 VC is technically a steal. With no promise of what's to come in the future, but thanks but no thanks, I guess. Thanks but no thanks. It definitely wasn't something I expected. It's probably just on there because it's April 1st. But it certainly was not anticipated. All right, we're gonna skip training because we've got multiple events this week. That's what we like to see. 2K giving us sponsor stuff. Oh, and they're putting us at 9 shots on Sawgrass. See what they want us to do. Put in the work to let you know not to do it. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to provide the information and save you all times. Give a third party $20 and all your contact info and get 1300 VC. What's the price point? Just out of curiosity, like what are they selling VC at? It's like $5 for 500, like $10 for 1300 or something. Is that the conversion? Yeah, $10. $10 for 1300. So you can technically get 10, you know, if you do it for 1 month, you get a steal, right? You save $8. Is this Marvel Rivals? Yes, Ray. This is Marvel Rivals. They mod. I have it modded to have golf clubs and no opponents. So I think we're gonna do really well. What's going on, Rick? You've gone from a 150 skill rating to 850 just watching the videos? Hey, get in there. That's awesome. Pay to be like Tiger Woods, Boomer, maybe. Come on, stay. No. Gosh darn it. Just a little bit more left. Those are some pretty nice shots to start, to be fair. Look at that. Got our swing dialed in at the first? That can't be a good sign. Why was that one so short? Did they move me? I think they moved me and I didn't catch it. Whoops. It's gonna kick left, isn't it? Ah, that's so close. Yep, there's the naturally we were cooking. Oh, that's buried. What I want to know is like these shots out of the rough, like what exactly do they want you to do to stop them? Like, I'm just genuinely curious. All right, our first swings were great. And now I'm not able to swing in a straight line at all. Excellent. Oh, now we gotta try again. Hey, good evening, Busey. Good evening, Richard. What's going on, guys? Trying to get your iron distances better, just judging, etc. Yeah, so I mean, the biggest thing is a lot of it's just understanding elevation and wind. I mean, live percentages and stuff are part of it. Yeah, really just understanding how the wind and elevation affects your ball is huge in terms of, you know, increasing Your ability to hit proximities. Why does that feel like I'm pushing left and it's so far open? What up, RJ? Just downloaded MLB The Show 25. Good luck. Good luck, have fun. We will obviously see how things go. We'll obviously see how things go with this game. Yeah, over the next year or so. I'm kind of putting it in my head that we might try out MLB The Show next year. I think with golf having been out for over a year, at that point, I think it might not be a bad thing to have something else to, you know, give a try at. Not committing to anything, because obviously, like, if word comes out that it's not that great, then maybe we don't. But I feel like that maybe is not a bad idea. It's the only way the Braves could possibly win a game. And you can't get banned for PEDs in game either, right? Like, is Gilligan I need my wife to, I haven't had a chance to have her redress my character. He's been rocking this fit for a while. I don't think that's gonna sit. It's so difficult. That's so difficult. Okay, I mean, we'll take 2 out of 3. Braves are pitiful. As a Phillies guy, I don't mind that, Johnny. Sorry, not sorry. Put the Astros game on in 10 minutes. Oh, you're an Astros guy? Oh, man. If that was his performance. Hate to think how bad he really was. Feels bad, man. Also, Kara, I see you sneaking in there. Redeeming over 9,000 channel points. Just like that. I appreciate it. Takes a lot of time to build that up. Alright, we got 2K to max, so can we drop them before the, like, midweek? Drop 2K for the golf club? As if those are really 2 different things. Oh no, my reputation. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tick a lot of people off because you guys want me to freaking get 9 of them or 5 of them to level 9. So we're gonna have to tick some people off here. No, I'm feeling, yeah, I mean, gotta cheer for your own team, right? I mean, it could be worse. Could be worse, Tom. It could be like the other day when I was going through the NL East and I just completely forgot that the Marlins were an organization. So, yeah, you guys have got that going for you. I know who you are. What up, Matt? You're a Brewers fan? Season started so bad, people thought the Yankees bats must have been unfair. Yeah, like all the comments and stuff saying that that's why Aaron Judge is hitting all the home runs, and it's like there are 2 guys on the team or something like that that are actually using it, and he's not one of them. I don't understand. My first swings were great, and now I can't find the points at all. Honestly, kind of feel like I have to take all of this club. This is going to be terrible, isn't it? 106. Oh, geez. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Get in there. For better or for worse? Yeah, I think most people know the Astros for worse. If we're being completely honest. You had to Google what baseball teams were in LA? I mean, it's the Dodgers and the Angels, right? Although, how long has it been? It's been a minute. The Angels used to be Anaheim, which I don't really quite understand that move, because isn't Anaheim right next to LA? Like, I don't really follow that. I was a little bit under on power there, so this will probably come up short. I was so concerned about my line that I didn't commit to the swing. It actually would have been pretty good. Last baseball game you watched was 1978. What happened in that game? Something must have gone terribly wrong that you said, I'm done with this sport. No. We missed a putt on the high side? In 2025? What? You feel... You just said, okay, this is not entertaining enough for me if it makes me fall asleep. I mean, maybe that means if you're struggling, maybe you should watch it again. Yeah, if you're struggling to fall asleep. I can't find my thumb. Can't quite seem to get it going the way that I need to. Darren, welcome back. Garfield, how we doing? Fell asleep and woke up to my stream. You know that's very far apart, right? Or you're not saying you fell asleep during my stream yesterday and are just waking up again, right? You're saying fell asleep and just happened to wake up here, or what? I explain. Explain it to me. I'm referring to cranky falling asleep to baseball. Gotcha. Gotcha. 2K clubs to Titleist, different feel and sound. Good fun. There you go. Yeah, I mean, that's good that they're not all the same. I know in the last game, they were different. We power drive this. I pulled it just a touch left. Just didn't really want to lay it up. It's not the worst thing. Light rough down here. That's like an okay fairway to miss. Though we are putting it towards that corner. It is playing about 140 something. Yeah, we'll play this because if it gets a little bit of rollout, that is okay. Just took the aggressive line. It wasn't gonna get there, just given the way that went. I don't think it was ever gonna get there. Somewhere out here? I underswung it, so maybe? I underswung it, so maybe? Some hot? I mean, it does get pretty toasty in my stream room. These lights and computer, everything puts off a lot of heat. So yeah, that's accurate. I am pretty hot. Translated, their name is the Angels Angels. The Los Angeles Angels. Yeah. That is big facts, map. You do have a point. You do have a point. Alright, that is a line. I like that. Bounce the 9-iron there, get a little stopping power. As an Aussie, very pleased to see Minwoo Lee have a first. Yeah, man, he's definitely had his moments and just hasn't been able to, you know, really finish things off. So it was good for him. I think, you know, I genuinely think that him losing the Players was probably what set him up to win that. That was really bad. I did not feel that far left. I did not feel that far left. This is gonna come out short, but it's gotta get up the hill and then back. Oh, this is tough. Way out here. I didn't realize I had it set at 99%. It's maybe a little bit aggressive. Nice. Nice. I was very nervous about how the first part there was gonna work. Finished 3 hole. Okay. I would just like to note that is it something to do with, maybe it's like a server reset time, because it's saying I did 2 holes with Malbon for the Wednesday wear and earn. I think the server time stuff is off for that. People have been having issues with the Wednesday wear and earn, but I've been earning them on Tuesdays, and I think it's because it's set to like UTC, so it must be the 8 p.m. Eastern get flipped over, and that's why we're 6 holes through and we've got 2 holes completed, because the 2 holes have completed on Wednesday, because it's midnight UTC. So the problem that people are having, I think, is they play from 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern or local time. Yeah, they play in their local time and they think like, oh, it's Wednesday, but I think it's a time zone issue. I think it's a time zone issue. People saying like they can't get it because it's like tomorrow night, but it is technically Wednesday has been completed server side. That's my guesstimation of what's happening. Giving you my professional opinion, and actually professional opinion, because I am a developer, so you know I have some experience and knowledge of these things. It's also probably why I look at stuff the way that I do with these games. This is such an impossible pin. I mean, the recreational golfer in me, like, you go down into here I don't have the draw. I am curious. I'm going to take a practice swing because I don't know. No, that's the point. So how do you... No. Trying to think. I'm just curious what the angle is. Because it's up higher on the follow through. But it's like so hard for me to correct to that angle. Alright. That's fun. It's fun to know that I will never try and take that shot. Are you serious? Hold on. There's a practice swing glitch. Reset the shot, and now I have a straight swing if I decide to. It's only if you have the exact stock shot dialed up. So it's not like the most broken thing, but practice swing, adjust, reset. Straight. What's going on, Garrett? Got to play some holes with your brother today. You played 9 this evening and hit 2 bad shots. Other than that, it hit really well on the upwards. I need to get out and play. I just need this weather to get better. I think we have to try and like play some shape on this and kind of cut it back to that upper bit. Pull open's not the worst thing for angle, just cuts it too short. I have to chip off of this. Yeah, that's so tough. That's so tough. Not bad. It's definitely an interesting thing. Like if you're in slightly wrong spots off the green, it is not a simple task to get your ball towards the hole, which I think is really good that they made the short game that little bit harder. Happy the Braves would start. They're 0-5 now? Oh man. I guess it didn't. I knew that they got swept by the Padres. It didn't quite clock with me when we were talking about it earlier about needing to play MLB the Show to get a win with the Braves. That they lost again, but that now makes a lot of sense. Oh yeah, San Diego and LA. That's a very. It's got to be one of the tougher schedules to start. Four iron's not gonna make it. You've got to like hit. Oh, this is tough. I don't want to go too short, so I'm gonna run this a little bit longer. Try and put this. I pulled it. Dang, I was trying to put it right up the gap. Run it up the center so it was center green. But we'll take this. We'll take this. We'll play a little pick shot. Just fly it up there. Fly it up there, roll it into the hole, call it a day. Or we will pull it 9 degrees left, 5 degrees close. That was so incredibly far off the mark. And then, okay, cool. Just completely botching the par 5. Got it. Got it. What's going on, Mike? Definitely have to think your way around the course in 25. Overpower, yeah. In 23, I would 100% I would 100% just like line up on something and be like, well, I'll just put it down close and I can get up and down. Now I really have to think about how far I want to put myself, how confident am I that I can get in the bunker, because if I miss the bunker, you know, I can't just flop my way around the way that I normally would. Because right now, I think flops are in a really bad spot. Okay, I think we can play a little pitch here. 92%. Oh, that's great touch. That's great touch. A little bit more legs and it may have climbed its way into the hole. You think they're going to get swept by LA? Are the Dodgers going to lose any games this year? Assuming they haven't already. I don't think they did, but I'm not 100%. Could have had tougher games to start the... No, absolutely not. There aren't many other... I mean, you could throw in some other top teams, but... Yeah, that is... You've got the reigning World Series champs and a playoff contender team back-to-back to start your season. It's not exactly a simple task. 95%? I pulled it, or not pulled it, but I closed the face. Short-sided, that's like the side you can't miss on. Oh man. This gameplay's so crazy, how do you keep track of everything going on at once, Jimothy? I guess what exactly is the crazy part? I guess I'm not 100% certain. I mean, you can get nice and slow at each shot, kind of take things one shot at a time, one puzzle at a time, so to speak. So I guess pick might be your favorite shot in the game. Pick is very strong. I think, personally, I find pick to be a necessity out of the bunkers. That way you can throw yourself at greenside bunkers and get up and down. You can be aggressive on maybe drivable par 4s or long par 5s if you know you can get into a bunker. Like, to me, that's a very important thing to have. I am still just pulling that. Need to be more to the right. That's still low? Hot dang, dude. That's a crazy... That is a crazy hole. I don't think I've used the power pick at all. What's going on, L? You would beat me? Your name is literally L. You've already lost. God. What's going on, L? How are you doing? Better at splash than pick because it's more similar to ball. Well, I mean, like I will use the splash shot if I have room to work. The problem a lot of times is if you're short side. Like if you've got room, then yeah, use the splash shot. I don't really know when you would use that blast shot though. Like I think splash over blast every time. I am probably making a mistake by trying to play this faded 4-iron. Yep, there's the mistake. Getting way too crazy with it. Oh boy. All right, this could go horribly wrong. That's pretty dang good on the inputs. Yeah, I just, even as a super flop, it's out of the heavy rough into a downslope. Like, I straight up don't think there was any way to stop that. All right, I'm gonna give it like a 50 degrees so we can hit it short and just roll it up the hill here. That's still, wow. Okay, I don't think that this course has legal pins. Between 2 holes ago and this one where the ball is actually just rolling back down at our feet, I don't think that the green speed is legal for this. At least it doesn't feel like it. Because that's a double bogey as well as the previous hole where we got crapped on. Tapped the putt and it went like 17 feet below the hole. No, B-Dan, this is career mode. This is freaking career mode, man. We're playing St. George's. Getting McMoused. Don't play the weekly course, it blows. I already started. I'm 1 round in, so now I'm committed. Now I'm committed, I gotta do the other 3. Something very, very satisfying about the stinger. Very, very satisfying. Alright, balls above the feet. Up the hill. Does move still, so may as well. I am going to need to get a hold of all of this. I did not commit to the downswing. I was so focused on the overpower that I 6% undered. It's hard to do. It's very hard to do. You've got to... Everything in this game, like everything in this game requires commitment. %, commit. See, just like that, commit. The upslope was supposed to do more. The upslope was supposed to do more. Hey, we make the putt though. Bank it off the grandstand. It's a great shot off the tee at Pebble Beach number 8. No, you would never map. You would not do something. You would not do something such as that. No siree. It's uphill. So is the wind... No, we're gonna do this. What's the partial on this 95? Of course I pulled it. Big kick right and climb. That died. That was so soft. Cue the Kobe Bryant clip. That was so soft. Always think. Gave him the finger guns. He liked it. That's some confidence there to finger gun it. Alright, despite the course trying to, you know, do its best. We are only one back the lead at the moment. Finding some scores here late in the tournament. Vertical only on YouTube? No. I have two YouTube streams and the Twitch stream. Dan. They're everywhere. Not actually everywhere, because like technically there are more platforms that I could stream on, but you know what? I don't even need to do that. I knew that I overcorrected it because I pulled the back left more and I didn't commit to the downswing because I didn't want to miss left. So I suppose this is the smart miss. I suppose. Oh, he's holding the putter, which I know is a lie. I've had him drop the putter and like start walking and start pointing, and then he missed it. And he looks all disappointed. So they do have the fake out animations, which makes me sad. Yeah, so if you're just finding one of the streams, you just gotta go to the channel page. Click on the one that doesn't say vertical in the title. Uphill. Striped. Ah, the uphill, I did need to play it less, dang. Also, even landing into an upslope, that thing still kicks like crazy, which is just absolutely wild to me. I tried to give it a chance. Alright, we're gonna lose by one. That double bogey really hurt, but we rallied off 4 straight birdies after the double. Yeah, you have to set up separate stream keys with different, Oh, we're tied? Oh, I didn't lose. LOL, Chan Kim. You don't even know what's coming. Yeah, you gotta set up separate stream keys with the different resolutions and stuff. Yeah, what's going on, Granny? Love the glasses. Guy is swagged out. Guy is swagged out. Alright, again, we gotta land this. It did land pretty soft last time, to be fair. Sudden death, it's not closest to the pin. Freaking leaving it open. Get in the bunker. Birdie to continue? My man's birdied this hole? Are you kidding me? Sometimes this stuff just doesn't seem so believable to me. You're telling me this whole location, man's is birdieing it? Call him false. That's a big old lie. Well. Cool. Wait, GG Chan. The game let you putt good today, Obi-Wan? Nice. I'm bad, L? Okay. You think so? If you think so. I'll let chat be the decision makers on that. Yeah, just shooting 7 under on Pro-Am over here. Definitely what I'm doing. Alright, Daily Quest, Wear and Earn, Clubhouse Pass. 19 holes, nice. Got one guy 5 and 4. Absolute shutdown mode. Pure domination. And then what you love to see at the end of that, 15 VC. Fires you right up for that sort of domination. Yo, what's going on, Lindsay? How we doing, dude? How we doing, Lindsay? I'm doing pretty well. I was doing better, but I'm getting called bad at the game. So, you know, my day kind of sucks now. My life is pretty well ruined. But, you know, outside of that, doing pretty well. All right, they've got some interesting opportunities for me. Interesting. I'm going to use that mentor, or we could hit the gym for a power boost and lose followers. Nah, it's all about the followers, man. Although I don't really want the, gosh darn it, I don't want the correction boost. That's gonna throw me off, isn't it? Whatever. It's just career mode and it's only 2 points. How big of a difference could it make? Composed personality with that outfit I chose, yeah, the personality chose me before the outfit did. All right. The Midwest Legacy Invitational. They're making us go to Ohio? Yeah. I guess. Cheer me up a bit. You were in Apex's stream earlier. Some random kid hops in chat and says that, wait, said that I would own Apex? How did I get brought into this? Who said it? Who said it, Dan? I need names. I need names. Gotta keep positive thoughts while you sleep. Yeah, let your brain rest on it. It was you, Kara? You were some random kid? Oh, they fixed it so that it auto-applies these. That's nice. I thought it was always a dumb thing that you had to add these yourself, even though you unlock them. Right? Is it auto-adding, or did I add those in? Hold on, let me test this. Didn't catch the name, or you'd add them? Well, I want to know if it's someone that, like, hangs around here and, like, has talked, you know, for me to know who it is. So easy to be off to, oh yeah, like, it's so, like, when it's clicking, but it's so easy for me to, like, lose one of the points and be, like, chasing the feel for where my, especially because, like, you switch grips and things for your putts. You know, some nights you're, like, fully locked into it, and other times you're missing. I know you do have to apply them. I don't remember clicking them like the last slot or two, that's why. Sure it is. Well, yeah. So funny. I think it's funnier to me because, I don't know, I think it's all about self-perception stuff. Like, I don't I know I'm a good player. I'm not a great player, but I also don't view myself as like a big enough person, you know, content-wise to like have my name being thrown in as like this streamer would do whatever. Like I think that's just a mental thing for me. It's funny though. I have not done any impossible challenges in this yet. No, I've been pretty well just playing career mode. Oh, nice. We finished 10th in the weekly last week. Gave me 100 merits. Cool beans. That seems at least more like it's working compared to some of the other ones. I guess the daily from yesterday hasn't processed yet though. I don't know, this whole thing is super funky. The green reader trait, I think a couple points is nice. I know that some people, I know it's pretty mixed. I actually want to test something. Before we dive further. Speaking of the green reader trait, I want to measure the level 2 one and see exactly how far these grids are. I gotta put myself inside the circle here. So what I'm testing is we have the green reader perk and we have 2 upgrades on it. What I need to see is exactly how big are these grids. Yeah, what's going on, Posy? You love the grids at their smallest, though, buddy? Okay, so that's 13 is just before the grid. So these are just over a yard. These are just over a yard. You moved green reader today, shot your best master. 14 under? Sometimes it do work like that, Duck. Sometimes it does work like that. So these are, so at level 2, because basically what I'm looking for is like reference points. So we're 30 feet from the hole. 30 feet being the earliest the 30 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not quite 10, but basically what I'm looking for is like how far off is it when you're trying to use the green grids as like a counting mechanism. Doesn't go full metric. Because I live my life in freedom units. I know it's unfortunately it is advantageous in metric. So it's 30 to here, which is just under half. And then we're just on the other. So 10 grids is about a half a box difference. So 20. So effectively 60 feet should be 19 boxes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Is my math off on that? Because this is... The full 20 is about 2 feet off. So it's not quite a half. It's not quite a half. Because this is where it was at 62 feet. Because 19 would be here. So it's just it's about a foot off. So I guess that means that it's every 30 feet. Right? Am I doing this math right? That's at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. That's not bad. 30 yards is only one box off. The marker rounds when it goes to 62, when it goes 61 and a half. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Like I can compare start of 26 to start of 29 as 3 feet, but to measure true distance. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but I also wasn't measuring exactly in the middle on the other one. What's going on, Glitz Gadgets? Welcome back. I don't know, nobody. I think the ranked tour stuff is kind of messed up. What I'm hoping is that they just have like all of your history of stuff recorded, and that they'll, when they fix it, that they'll like replay it and get everybody to their proper scores, the way that they back paid the VC payouts for it. I'm hoping they can do. Yeah, I'm hoping that they can like backtrack that and fix it. Yeah, because that's 1 foot all the way out to here, too. I mean, that's clearly more than a foot and a half. I'm trying to think, what's the best way that I can measure this? Can we get it onto a grid line? Okay, so we're like just on the other side of a grid. But it says 3 feet here. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably about half. Probably about the halfway mark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just over 9. Or just under 10 here is the 30 feet. So like these grids are just under or just over. The grids are just over a yard by a yard box. Right, I think 2 upgrades is just over a yard per box. But I mean, it plays pretty close, right? I mean, that's a foot. You have to go 90 feet to lose a box entirely. The reason I'm looking at this is more so for approach game. An inch? Yeah, probably close to that. Maybe a little bit different because it's probably playing in metric behind the scenes. I think northwest is gonna be side tailwind. Yeah. But the whole point being here, like if I could aim, now obviously I don't have the grids because we're far enough out, but this is probably like 13 miles an hour. So the whole point would be like I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and go, okay, does it play 1-to-1 here, which I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm pretty certain it doesn't. I think it plays more than that. But the whole point of being able to test, because this is with a draw, so the draw shot should stay out further. But it's going to be pretty close. It's a little bit on a diagonal. So it plays close to 1.5 that. Like, that's what I'm trying to gauge. So then on approach shots, I can use my known grid size and try and make some adjustments that way. So we got to play with it. You know, different wind speeds are going to play differently. But trying to see if I can utilize that grid size and have like a decent counting, because at full size, like the grids were 1 meter by 1 meter, which I think is probably green reader +1 in this game, and then I think like without the green reader it's, you know, closer to 1.5 meters or 1 meter and change. So like it's tough because it's a bit unfair. Other 2 points in green reader is the way. I think it's personal preference. I think it's all personal preference. Yeah, it's really all about what you like. How long have I been streaming for? Today, 1 hour and 6 minutes. Lifetime, 8 years and 10 months, almost. 8 years, 9.5 months. All right. What we're gonna do here now is we're gonna roll a quick little break because Twitch got to do its ad thing, and I don't want anybody to miss anything. So we're gonna take a break so nobody misses a thing. When we come back, we're gonna play in the daily Master Ranked Tour. If anybody wants to join in, you are more than welcome. I'm gonna leave the room code in the chats. Feel free to hop on in, and we will start in a few minutes here. All right, so appreciate y'all being here and hanging out. I really, really do. We got plenty of golf ahead of us. And yeah, go stretch your legs, grab a drink, go grab a snack, do what you gotta do. And I will, I'll see you in a couple minutes. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. There we go. We are back. We're being sandbushed. All right. I'll leave it open for another minute or so here if anybody else wants to hop in and play some hot lettuce with us. It is very hot. Got real technical with that. Never put that much brain power into it. I have a hard time not putting a lot of brain power into things. It's just the way that I tick. Yeah, you can join Glitz. The room code should be in the chat there. Room code should be in the chat. All right, that's you, nobody. Got it. Roger, Roger. Roger, Roger. Between 1 under and 10 under usually. Yeah, I think. I mean, if we're gonna play these ranked tour rounds, I don't think it's a bad thing to open it up to people because it moves along still pretty quickly with the turn order off. Most views I've ever gotten in a live stream on my own with no hosts or anything, I think it was a little over 100. With hosts, several hundred. I think somewhere in the 500 to 1,000 ballpark. Because big raid from years ago. And I have a YouTube video that's approaching 50K. It's for 2K23 though, so it is not really getting views anymore. But that is a-okay. That is surpassed anything I've ever done on this by a long shot. 49,900. It'll get there. It'll get there. Slowly tricking up. Our regular videos are they don't get as much reach as our shorts and stuff. So I have a short at which is pretty crazy to me. It's still climbing like hundreds a day. It's at 21,600 views, which is neato. Neato, thank you, algorithm. Appreciate that. Gotta restart your game? Alright. I'll give you a couple minutes here. So yeah. Back in the TGC days, trying to get back into it like you have in the past, Iceman. Yeah, I didn't play golf back in the TGC days. I had tried out, funny enough, TGC 19. I think I played for maybe like 4 hours or something, because it was free with Games with Gold, and I happened to have had my Xbox Live subscription active at the time because I think channel lore stuff. I was at my lowest point. I was playing FIFA. Which I loved FIFA back in college and stuff, but hadn't played it in a number of years. Basically convinced myself that it would be fun to play FIFA and tried to get into Ultimate Team and stuff when I was normally like a seasons guy. Anywho, I had the subscription still active. I liked golf. I saw it, so we played it for a few hours, and then I didn't come back to it. And then I think it was it might have been later that year, 2K21 came. It was later that year or the next year. 2K21 came out, and saw someone playing it that I've known for years. Asked them, if I should get it, what they thought. They told me yes. Sorry. Sorry about that, nobody. Sorry about that. Can you join again? If you need it in chat, let me know. Ah, boy. I just gotta stop. Just gotta stop. I don't know if there's a better way to manage things, but why does this not? Why do I not have control over this? Why do I not have control over this? 2K, please. 2K, please. It's not like they make these confusing enough. I apologize. I apologize. There's only so much moderation control that I have, unfortunately. Alright, people really gotta, ruin all the fun, huh? People really gotta ruin all the fun. I apologize. I apologize, everybody. It was a 0, but we're getting sniped by someone who's banned from the channel, and 2K does not have, I don't have enough control to just kick them and move on, so that's always fun. I don't think I can send invite because we're not friends. What's funny enough is I have, yep, there's added to the block list, but the block list apparently doesn't mean anything. What's your 2K account ID, I guess? Or could just add you on PSN. Because it was, Sam Bush. I apologize that I'm going no gameplay mode. Right now I'm trying to get things situated. Was it 34? Trying to jog my own memory here. Yes, ambush 34. All right, I sent you a friend request and then I'll just invite you that way. Okay. Love that for us. Yeah, what's going on, Naveen? How have you been? Alright, that only wasted a little bit of time. Alright, normal, medium, fast conditions. Let's do it. I'm gonna submit a request to the devs to be able to kick. Amazing mandolin player? Okay. The more you know. Alright, good luck. Good luck, shoot well. Nice. Nothing like a 6-degree pull to start. That's not great. Chronic OG Smokey, thank you for the follow. That's also a YouTube sub that I hear. Kahinde Akawande, thank you very much for the sub. I probably completely butchered your name, and I apologize for that. I don't know. Are we gonna... How far is this thing gonna go? Underswung it. That might actually chase. That's not bad from there. That is not bad from there. Gives us an eagle chance on the par 5 despite missing the fairway. 132 greens. It's gonna get started turning. Oh, walk it in, guy. That's how you start. That's how you start. Missed the green, then hit a nice partial hybrid approach shot. Went long and made par. Yeah, putting yourself into a short-sided spot is never great. There we go. That's the kind of ball striking we need. That's the kind of ball striking we need. Perfects across the board. Now we just got to do that 17 more holes worth. How hard could that be? How hard? These have been... Now, this is normal greens, so maybe it's not going to bounce quite as much. But I got to put a little bit of... something on them. DJ Slice! What's going on, DJ? I close the face a little bit. This is normal. Still just the amount of spin. DJ, welcome back for 54 months. That's a heckin' long time, man. Hope you've been doing well. Stream's been pretty good. Stream's been pretty good. Little bit of administrative work to be done tonight, but all in all, you know, having a good time like always. That was close. That was close. We made the eagle. We made the eagle on the first hole, so I can't complain too much. This is an interesting one. I think you have to hit like a 4-iron here. let this thing kind of run out to the hole here, and then, I don't know, you're taking like an 8 or 9 iron in. This might be a perfect 9 iron. At 157, you got a little bit of headwind. Give it a little bit of something to sit it down. Now, it's always terrifying to start it out over the water. But if you can have a little bit of confidence, strike your ball well, you can give yourself the chance for a score. Now, I hate that like almost missed on the low side, because I can't be sitting in I can't be in this world where we hit good shots. We hit good shots and then miss it low. We're starting to stripe it. Starting to stripe it. Love getting the club twirl. Just under 300 yards. This thing's gonna draw. You know what? With it being normal, I think I am gonna just hit it regular. And you know what? I left the face open. I think that might be a blessing in disguise. Because I think if we squared that thing up, I would have been left of the hole to land, and that would have been a pretty scary situation to be in. Now it's slower green speed, so it gets through the early part with less break, but I feel like it breaks a little bit more at the end up the hill here. That's it's 2 eagles here in the opening few holes. Eric, thank you for the sub. Thank you kindly. How we doing, Eric? All right. 447. Now we should be able to just bump this thing out. Well, say bump. If I could bump my driver out 287 yards in the air, imagine. I think we should be able to just knock this thing to the end of the fairway. And that's going to leave us in a position where we can attack the pin with a wedge. Playing just about pin high. I think we knock some off like this. It's normal, so it's gonna not be as bad. It's up the hill. I left the face open. I would have loved to see if I had it lined up properly from a wind perspective. I think we were long. How's the round going? Well, that was hole number 4, Eric. And we eagled the first, birdied the third, eagled the fourth. So it's been a pretty solid start. The wind when it's only giving the direction, so that blue section of the meter is telling you how much wind there is. Even when the number is there, take a look and see what the wind is on the, like how full the meter is. And just kind of start to memorize that, and you'll be able to play without it in no time. Oh, now guys just hitting, now he's just hitting bombs? Now it's just hitting bombs? Who is this guy? Swing harder for an into the wind shot at all, as opposed to allowing it to hit a bit further for distance? Also, what's going on, Isaiah? I kind of responded but didn't say hello. No, I don't swing any harder. I choose my shot. I swing the same for all of them. It just give a little bless. But yeah, I pick my shot based on the distance. So like if I'm running through this shot, for example, it's 173 yards to the hole, down 9 feet, so it's playing effectively 170. I've got tailing wind here playing about 12 or so, so I'm going to give it about 10 at the back. So this is effectively playing like the pin is at 163 yards. I'm going to give just a touch forward. And I pull closed it, nice. We're gonna come up a little bit short and left. But like, I'm gonna swing the same way every time, or at least intend to swing the same way every time. Yeah, whether I actually do is another question. Oh, I underswung it. I did add extra pace though. If that was on pace, that's in. If that was on pace, that's in. That would have been another big steal. All right, apparently we're reading the greens here pretty well. $316. Is it worth it? Nope. Oh. I can't believe I pulled that so much, though. I mean, I think rhythm is just a distance control stat in this. It's really not that big of a deal. I think at the end of the day, it's contact and swing path. I think that it's very forgiving to hit your transition. I think it's very forgiving to hit your transition. We could have easily played that to a birdie the way that we just played that. It's going on stand up. And then rhythm is, you know, for me, rhythm is not too hard to hit. And it just affects your distance control. Like, I think side to side is, you know, you need to be strong on all fronts, but I don't know, I just find this to be one of the lower priorities out of your swing stats. I left the face open. You just have to swing smooth. It's not, as long as you're not like being super hesitant at the top of your swing and you're not slamming your stick down, you're gonna be fine with your rhythms in this game. Putter's been really on point here. Mr. Incredible, welcome back. Kill a Clown, how's it going? Plus 40 in your weekly ranked, you're not even close to being finished? What happened? Ready for the qualifier? I mean, by technical standards, no. I don't have my stuff fully fitted yet. But are we ready? I mean, I guess as ready as we'll ever be. You know, it's just kind of what do we have on the day. I feel pretty decent about our game in like an overall sort of sense. I'm gonna fade this one back below the feet. It's starting out there. Oh, that's a great line. Come on, get left. You can sit too if you'd like. Oh, that's a gorgeous shot. That is a gorgeous shot. It's three eagles on the round so far. Record 4 eagles or better in a single round is like a very random current thing that we need one more to get. When's the tech grind start? I don't know. I probably should. Probably should grind out the technician. Because we're on... We're on Sculptor Stando. But I feel like I should build out the technician as well, just to have options and see which one I play better with. See how much of a difference, you know, the like 10 points or so of contact and swing path feel like, and you know, do I miss the power? Technician 87-ish. My technician is at like the 85. I have to actually play with it. Alright, so at 100 yards, let's say we played this. Play it like 5 with the way that lie is. We hit our marks, and it did not come back nearly enough. How far away are we? Like 9 feet, 10 feet, 11? Okay, good to know. Oh, it's... dang. Really dipped on me right at the end. Gosh darn it. I don't know what the base contact is. I know I have 85 after fittings, so it's at 77. I can look real quick. Let me pull up the chart. Dig back in Discord from when somebody posted it. Sculptor base contact 64. 64 contact. How's my duos? We were playing some ranked duos yesterday. We are like 23-2 or 27-2, something in that ballpark. 25-2. Our duos has been pretty good. Do I have to? I think I can stretch. Do I need to stretch? I guess is the question. 190. Not really. It's off the. Oh, it's off the fairway, so I will stretch it just a touch. And then below the feet. Oh, I just barely caught the perfect kick left. Got that too far to the right. Okay. I think if I don't catch the fairway there, then maybe we're in a better spot. Start on the outside edge, turn towards the hole, and you're gonna hang out there. Of course you are. Of course you are. Oh man. Almost hit you? Oh no. I'm sorry. Thinking about maxing out your maxed out technician, maybe the way to go. Yeah, I think it's tough because I think that there we go, smoke the power drive. I mean, I think that the Magician and the Sculptor are like very balanced builds and give you that extra power. The real question is, how does the power fare against the forgiveness that the Technician gives? That's the outstanding question that I have right now. you know, is about that trade-off. Personally, I like the power trade-off, like at face value, but I don't know in like an actual tested out sense. Is that forgiveness to power trade-off actually worth it? Yeah, what's going on, Lawson? Just playing some ranked tours right now, playing the daily. PGA 2K25, this is indeed that game, K. Indeed, indeed, indeed. How are you doing? Hey, Drew, welcome back. Playing on very firm fairways, so less carry is fine. Yeah, for me, it's like the opportunities on par 5s that it opens up, but... yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. This is probably a bad call. Wow, 7 degrees open. Where was I swinging? Happy April Fool's Day. What's going on, Jim? Yeah, we should be able to take a full hack at this. Okay, that is a very good recovery from that point. Getting into this game, give it a good review. I personally love it, Kay. I know that, you know, there's some... I don't think things are going to change with the VC. I think they're, you know, they're very much so going for a model of, it's a little bit on the scarce side. Like you have to grind for it and you have to play pretty frequently. Because they'll do little in-game things to kind of give you some bonus stuff, but to me it's a lot of fun. It plays really nice. Yeah, there's still some issues that they're working out, so like, you know, if you want to wait a little bit for those sorts of things to get worked out, just like some stuttering and some different things here and there. But overall, it is a very good golf game. Left the face open again, gosh darn it. Stay up on the green though. Kick left, come on. No. I play left thumb, one thumb, Lux. I don't do anything fancy. I don't do anything fancy. Oh, I overswung it? Gosh darn it. That one was gonna go in if I hit the right pace. That's pain. That's pain. We've been so good on hitting what we need to. And then that time we come up short on it. Still sick, Jim? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. No, I'm right-handed. The way I look at it is the old Tiger games and stuff were this way, right? But more than that, you play RPGs and stuff with your left thumb. Right-handed people... man, I keep flaring it open now. This is going to be really bad. That's not the side I could miss on. I needed to force myself to basically pull that. But the way I look at it is like, also, you know, if you play the guitar, right? Right-handed guitarists play all the frets and stuff with their left, so there's more dexterity there than you think. This is actually like a dead shot. I have to overpower an uphill. I don't even know that this is gonna work. Nope. Almost got up there. Almost got up there. far. Any tips for reading the wind, Mikey? What's going on, dude? You need tips for the win? Come on, man. You gotta be giving me the tips. Also, Pseudo, I don't know if I actually said hi. I read the proximity in my head, but I don't know if I actually said hello, so I apologize. How are you? Stop flaring it open, Colby. Close that face. This is like my IRL game. Lose everything to the right. Throw some grass in the air. Can you imagine if they just like put a button in the game that was throw grass? Just as I said that, there were a bunch of True Sim fanatics that were like, yes, that is the only way that you should be able to read wind in this game. It's actually not that far below my feet. All right, close the face. There we go. It's too far to the right? I really thought this was gonna get more left. Right-handed pinch gripper, having trouble keeping consistent as of late. Consistency is just always a hard thing. I mean, you see me within a round, I can hit some great shots. And then I can very easily miss them. No! That would have been the 4 in a round. That would have been 4 eagles in a round. Shame that. I didn't see that missing low. I really didn't. The tree limb blowing? What about the flag stick? Toss the grass in the air. Alright, hole in one to get the last. Hole in one to get the last eagle for the round. Start throwing your clubs. I think those are going to be too heavy, Mikey. I don't think those are going to blow enough. I mean, you could try it. Ace cam is live. I think it's too far right. It's not too far right. Come on, keep rolling. Oh, you son of a gun. How good would that have been, though? How good would that have been? Make a walking sim for the True Sim fans as well. Forget skipping to your next shot, let you walk to it. Right, and no golf carts allowed. You can't drive golf carts to it, because real golfers only walk. "12 holes to settle down, but 9 birds and 3 bogeys so far. Not too shabby. Can't read anything past 15. The problem is, Mikey, whenever I go to try and test things above 15, I think the most that I've gotten on very high winds in my like practice environment, I think I've hit like 18. Only called your shot once on stream, but dang, was it glorious. I mean, I effectively call all of my shots just because I narrate my shots so much. But yeah, it's a pretty good feeling. Oh, that came up well short. I didn't think that I was gonna have to try and like take a 5. Our ball zone was touched. Bam, there's the line. Yes, I said that on purpose. Yes, I said that on purpose. GG's. So we took 2 bogeys. Because I went for, well, the one bogey was legit. I flared a shot out the backside on a par 3. That was no bueno. That was no bueno. But the Effectively, I shot a 13 under because we bogeyed the one par 4 after putting it in the water off the tee. So I count that as a 13 under. Lots of... I don't want the leaderboard. What's my secret? I have no secrets. I have no secrets. Everything I do is pretty well out in the open. But yeah, 3 eagles on the front 9. That was such a wild start, and then started to miss some inputs coming back in. Nerve-wracking playing on stream. Yeah, it comes with, like, I have a lot of experience with it, but it's definitely an interesting thing from the flip side of things, right? Like, you have people that come on and it's cool to play with the streamer, but nerves hit an all-time high. I get the nerves. I don't really get the nerves when people come on and play with me or when I'm streaming. The nerves go up, nerves go up a little bit in competition. I think I get more nervous playing in like a match play tournament or like an alt shots tournament or like appearing on somebody else's stream, because then there's like the added expectation of what your perception of what other people expect of you, or you want to perform well because you're in front of the audience, like all that sort of thing. Yeah, Mikey, if I go into my... let's see. Let's see. If I go into my practice, what very high wins are they going to give me right now? How'd you stack up? I mean, if you're playing... So it's tough because you'll probably drop some strokes because TGC is going to be playing with no meter, no vibration. So there's a little bit of stuff to get used to. But if you're playing under par, even if you're playing just over par, like, you'll make it into it. So if you can play smart golf and you can be relatively consistent, the adjustment to no vibration and no meter is not as hard as you might think. And maybe I need to make a video on that for people. It's not as bad as you might expect. I think it's southwest. Ooh. This is actually more wind. I want to see what that wind is right there. Alright, we're going to take a look at the wind real quick. Mikey says 20. We're going to find out. Let's see here. I want a marker on. I want wind display, wind speed. I want trajectory on. That's 21. 21 according to this. But you know the really fun thing with winds that are this high? So this is just for everybody to know. The winds play at like tailwinds. If it's a wedge, it's a little bit less. And if it's like a hybrid, if it's like your 3-wood and driver, it actually does start to play like equal or more. I think driver is like at 21, you might actually carry like 24, 25 yards. But just so everybody knows, when you get a high tailwind, it does not play 80% anymore. So this is 2021. Plays like 17? No. I can almost guarantee if it plays the way that I've been playing, this plays about 12. And so we'll turn on the wind thing. This should take us out to about 192 on the Provision. This is how it worked in 2K23, and it's really dumb. Or at least maybe it's the way the physics works and I just don't know. It basically caps out at 12 yards. So like, if you've got 25 miles an hour at the back and you are hitting an iron, 12 yards. Just trust me, bro. It's 12. Once you get down into your wedges, like it's 10, it starts to get up higher. But through your irons, it's 12 yards. Source, trust me, it's just, I know these things. Your hybrid should also be about, no, hybrid it goes up. Yeah, once you get out of your irons, hybrid is a little bit loftier, so it goes up. Your 3-wood is also higher, so hybrid here is playing 16. 3-wood should be playing close to 20. It's 18. And then driver should be playing more. So if it's 20, I'm guessing like 23, 24. It's 22. Okay, so it doesn't go quite as much, but it does still go above the 20. So tailwinds don't play as much as you think. Now the bounce and rollout that it gives, like there's definitely spin taken off of it, so like you have to account for more on the ground. But as far as like your carry distance, it's just like you're not going to carry that thing that you think you're going to carry. I don't know the exact interaction on elevation, because like once you start throwing elevation into this, like it starts to play even less, and I don't have like a ratio of how much it takes out. Always play your elevation first and then play your wind. Because there's a lot of times where like big elevation, lower trajectory stuff, even the elevation plays a lot more because the ball doesn't have anywhere to like come down. It's going to run into a hill short. That's why like you get weird things with like what's the one ranked course? It's an official course but not a real course. We played it a bunch early on in ranked tours. There's the one par 5 that's like super uphill. Well, you're taking like a hybrid most of the time, long iron. It's low, it comes out like less on the elevation because the ball isn't actually peaking to come down. It's just kind of running into it at the top, so it comes out shorter. Strong tailwind of 8+ yards or so knocks your wedges down 2 or 3, so it plays at about 80% for full clubs, right? But your wedges play less. So if you have like an 8-yard tailwind on a wedge, 80% is already kind of flirting with like 6, and then on a wedge it's even less. You know, your 60-degree wedge might be closer to 60%. So an 8-mile-an-hour tailwind, you're maybe getting like 4 to 5 tops. Not to mention that like if it's on a fairway lie, you might get the 99 or 98% roll depending on how you get it. So like there are subtle things that like you can't always attribute it all to wind. You have to kind of factor the range. Here's what my wind is, here's what the lie is, here's what the elevation is, and I can be in this 2-yard window or 4-yard window. But like 5 or so for like a 60-degree, but as you go up your wedges, give it a little bit more. Right? If you go to your 50-degree wedge, your 56-degree wedge, like start adding like a yard. You can maybe play the 56 close to the 60, but like add a yard or two, pitching wedge and up, you can kind of start playing them the same. Now, let's do this and just real quick show the headwinds. So this is playing about 19. It's actually probably playing closer to 18. I think. If I remember correctly, this is normally about 17, but maybe it's not in this game. Anywho, 19-mile-an-hour headwind. It's playing almost 30 yards. But I think this is also uphill. It's not flat going this way, so this isn't a true. We're gonna have to flip it back around. It's like a long-range spinner. I think the knockdown is maybe like a very high wind type of shot. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's one of those weird things. Like, I know people have done videos on stuff, but I don't think that it truly gets broken down as much as it needs to. Because there's caveats to this stuff. There are caps and different things. Like, there are general rules of thumb, but it's not like it just plays the same across the board. Because normal logic would tell you that the headwind plays 27 here, right? It's like 1.5. Well, that would be 30. Yeah, it'd be like 27, 28 yards here. But we're only, surprisingly enough, this 60-degree wedge is only playing 22 short. That's playing 24. And now as we go out 25, 24, 27, like now that we're into the iron, we make that jump to the irons, now we're getting the 27, 29 kind of distances that you would expect. So that's playing pretty well, the 1.5. The wedges are playing just a touch under, but still played over. And I think on headwinds, on lower winds, I think it just plays about even on the headwinds on the short wedges. That's 29, that's 30, that's 32. So when you get up to the hybrid driver and wood, they're actually not getting anything crazy. The 3 wood and driver are playing just a touch more than 1.5. I would love to see, does this scale to the upper, like mid to upper 20s, because we're going to see some of those wins out on the course. But yeah, Mikey, I think true center is 21. I think just under is 20 from what I can tell here. So that would put just over, like if that's 18 to 21, then the top of this meter would be about 24 if I had to guess. I think full meter is 30. But yeah. That's for pure tail and stuff. I mean, the hard part here is like getting your side to sides and everything down. I think you can probably play the side to sides in a, I think what I've heard is 1-to-1 when you're going with the wind, and like 1.2 when you're going sideways. But it might also be that when the winds get higher, that number grows a little bit. You just kind of have to play with it, and it's probably also different from club to club. Yeah, what up, Turner? I am neither 27 nor 55. I'm caught in between. I'm 29. I'm 29, but my hairline precedes me. Yeah, and the hard thing, Mikey, is the size of the arrow changed in this game compared to last game. So it's hard to use the same reference points. The arrow got smaller, which actually makes it harder to read wind below 18 miles an hour. Because below 18 miles an hour, you don't actually have any true reference points anymore. My hairline recedes me. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have misspoke. I put an extra letter in there. Sorry, guys. Good catch. Good catch. Yes, my hairline recedes me. It's been receding me since... I blame my wife. I said I had hair when we started dating, and that was when we were 18, so... Yeah, it's been going away, and then having a kid, you know, all those stresses in life. Girlfriend to wife to kid, it all just... I can't wait until we have another one. Alright, guys. That was some good testing. We'll be back in just 3 minutes, and then we're going to hop into round 2 here at the Valero Texas Open on the Weekly Master. Appreciate you all greatly. If you haven't already and you're enjoying, follow, subscribe. And if you're already all of those things, a like is also a great way to help me out. But I'll see you in 3. Go grab a snack, go to the bathroom. See you soon. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. All right, here we go. Round 2. Back here in San Antonio. See what we can do. Try messing with the overswing. Getting 108% power with the power drive used for punishing. I think punishing. Pull close. Nice. That's a good way to start. It's the one thing with like getting up and taking a step away from the game is coming back and making sure that you can actually swing. Can I go over the tree? Nope. But apparently I missed all of the branches. I think it just came out on the low end. So if we can make a long putt, we can at least 2-putt, make par to start. Or maybe we could do something crazy here. Maybe we could do something crazy here and actually sink a long one? Low. Oh, that was so good. Need a little bit more pace, and I think we're cooking. Yeah, 108% overswing on a regular drive can give you more than a power drive can. But I will say this, I think it is very difficult. I think it is very difficult to hit 108% consistently, or even 107. I haven't seen anything from 104 to 106. I've only seen 103 and then a jump up to 107. So I mean, I think it depends on, you know, what kind of space you're working with. I'm going for it. That really flared that far to the right. Wow. That's crazy. All right, well. I guess we're playing a long splash shot here. Yes, we're playing a long splash shot here. Don't really have much choice. So it did play that far left, because I basically hit that. Well, I don't think on these short ones that the... I think that the path matters a lot more than the contact. I was just about to compliment myself with great adjustment there. And it lipped. Ah, man. That stings. That one stings. Alright. Come on. Bounce back hole here. Bounce back hole. We're not going to get enough legs on this. I'm okay to leave this a little bit short. Closed it. Come on, man. Just commit to your line. That's tough. Sometimes, oh, I don't have a shot here. I guess you have to try and super... I'm gonna get myself in trouble with this, aren't I? I think I am. That's not bad. Underswung it, though. Gosh darn it. That was pretty good. Not a good start here. Super flop is money? Well, okay, I'm a draw bias, though. I'm a draw bias, so super flop is not money. Super flop is very much so not money. Having to play the swing in the opposite direction as a left hand or as a right-handed draw bias. And the super flop playing a completely different direction. That is not a good combo for me. Not at all. Alright, commit to the line. There we go. No need to be closing the face. Just hit perfects. So you can hit it in the hole. Get in there, guy. Get in there, son. That's what you like to see. I think power drive. I think power drive is the play. Tight window. I pulled it 2 degrees. Everything else about that was great. How it's going on, Victor? Thank you. Well, for those of you that watch the shorts, you know what you'll be seeing in a few days here. Those ones always get prioritized. Those ones are always priority. Oh. Beautiful contact. Beautiful contact. But yeah, hole outs are always a priority over most anything else. I will say that's probably the toughest thing with creating the shorts is like kind of coming up with what's good enough. Because like obviously I don't hole out 7 times every week to have infinite hole out golf shot content. So it's trying to have some things that are funny, trying to have some things that are just good golf shots. It is certainly a balance. Obviously, I try and hit as many good golf shots as I can. That really doesn't bite the way that I want it to. Also got crazy far to the side there. Underswung it, but felt like that snapped pretty hard up the hill there, even though the stuff was pretty close. 4x perfects never go in, only the open or close shots. Yeah, it's like the irony of that means that you technically weren't aimed in the correct spot, but you hit it to the spot that you needed to score, right? Like it's like that weird sort of balance. Oh, I pushed that one. Well, a push is definitely better than a pull. I should have taken the partial 4. Should have done it. All right, well, if the last one snapped, then surely this one won't. Okay, nice. Love that for me. Love that for me. Can't do one thumb at all on the fade by. Well, that's why I take a completely different grip. I haven't tried doing like a pinch method for it. Can only make it there in 2 if we take the power drive, so in my mind, that means you gotta go for it. Left side fairway, this is gonna draw a lot. Oh. See, this is one that in 2K23 you would just send it. But this is not 2K23, so we lay up. Yeah, we're still playing with Sculptor Victor. I should get a technician built out. But it's just all that work. Uphill. Yeah, I'm gonna play like here. How does that have spin? Explain that one to me. How does that one have spin? Thoughts on torpedo bats, Richard? I don't know, man, because like it's innovation, and if it's technically within the rules, then I mean, I guess it's a question of, you know, do they want the rules to be stricter or what? I haven't given it too much thought. Probably would give it more thought if the Yankees were like in my division or something. Tang, thank you very much for the follow. Alright, this is playing 169, which means we need to shave it off a bit here. Striped. Big bounce, little release, stop by the hole. Ooh, love that. Ooh, love that. Yeah, I mean, as long as every team can use them, then it's fair. You know, I don't know. I guess there's probably some deeper questions there as to, you know, do they want it to be more home runs? You know, that you're not allowed to use aluminum bats. Like, maybe it's something that they didn't realize could be achieved by the current restrictions. Like, there's that sort of question that I think will go on. But I mean, at least for this season, like, I think it's one of those things, like, it's technically fair, so, you know, play on. Because what are they gonna do now? Ban it mid-season? Like, that doesn't feel likely. Ellie De La Cruz saying he hadn't heard about them until this weekend, then uses one last night. Yeah, I did see that he had like a crazy stat line. Equipment lengthen golf courses and baseball fields lengthen. Might solve the pitching arm problem. Yeah, but the hard part is, so what, are you gonna basically force stadiums to shorten, or not to shorten, but to like remove seats and extend their outfields? Distance control is impressive. Thank you, Victor. Let's play it like 130 7, wind back in a little bit, so we've got to shave a little off of this. Ball's below the feet. That carried a little bit further. Hit the pin. Close. I just don't love how much like snap there is at the feet. I feel like I have to hit it. That's crazy that I have to hit it that high to make that putt. There's just so much movement right at the foot. So put us down within 100 yards. That's okay. Tougher than lengthening a golf course and probably not feasible, but equipment improvement might bring that up quickly. Yeah, I mean, the discussions definitely need to be had sooner rather than later. Just because you know that this is going to get a lot of traction within the majors, and then probably also, you know, really start to show up at other levels, assuming that other levels have, well, I guess other levels allow like aluminum bats and stuff, so you wouldn't gain the benefit. I don't know what collegiate baseball rules look like, because it might be the type of thing that like NCAA versus professional has some other caveats and things. This is one of those ones where it plays 239. I'm not getting 24 to roll out on the 4-iron. Certainly not getting that, so we're gonna have to play this like halfway back. I mean, striped it. You could get a little bit more right than that, I wouldn't mind. Decent control for a hybrid. What's going on, Kevin? Other players from non-Yankees teams used those bats last year? So is it just because of the home run numbers that it's getting talked about all of a sudden? Is that what it is? Okay, I was overreading that. I thought I might have been, but dang. Just because the Yankees figures. Well, I know that Aaron Judge has been getting a lot of flack and he's not even using it, which I think is hilarious. Try to play the draw bias, but it's more difficult than the fade. Right now, fade is technically the most advantageous because the flop and super flop are in the same direction. I just play a draw because of comfortability, not because of any sort of, you know, benefit. The benefit is that I can play it better. I really need to put the choke tee and approach shot on just to make my life a little bit easier, and also because I need to test if the wind actually does play differently. Yeah, they basically moved. I think the wood diameter is still within whatever. There's some rule about it, but they basically moved the wood to where you want to hit. It would be like, it's kind of like with cavity-backed irons, right? Like the stuff that has sweet spot assist. Now I could be completely, you know, wrong in that, but all about the improving the sweet spot, you know, utilizing the part that you actually use more. Did I get that too far? It's a tough pin to get at. That's a tough pin to get at. But it's also a par 5, so. Slow. You son of a gun. This wasn't enough pace. Wasn't enough pace. But I mean, it's optimizing, right? At the end of the day, that's really what it is. It's an optimization. You know, if it's giving you more of what you actually use and less of what you don't, then like fundamentally it makes a lot of sense. I need to try, especially because we're on the uphill, push this 50-degree through. Starting to creep a little bit left on my contact. Okay. Started to come a little bit alive down the back nine here. The start was a little rough, but we've been hitting our shots pretty well here. Doing any ranked tonight? Yeah, you know what? I think we'll probably do some ranked after this, Lucas. Because we've done the daily, we've done the weekly. You know, I know people love the society stuff, and we'll get plenty of that when we play TGC, but honestly, I've been having a grand old time playing ranked tours and playing ranked duos and stuff. Oh, we finally missed the swing path. We had been nailing it. That's tough. Come on, you've got to be kidding me. What should be a simple up and down. It's just crazy. Some of those ones, they don't look like they break that much, and then other times you miss those high. I've been having a hard time with the consistency on that stuff. All right, power drive. Of course. I know exactly what happened there. I've been missing my swing path on that inside, so I pulled it a little bit more left, and then I just completely flared. I know this seems silly that we're playing a spinner so short, but this is pretty much gonna roll out like a pitch then, and it's down the hill, so. So in case, there's my tip of the day. A spinner out of the rough is a pitch shot. Feel like they patched the putt weighting some. Seems you have to add or subtract distance more now. They didn't change the weighting. They changed how the what is it? They changed how the green speeds display. And so by that, I mean that a very fast green, it's because I know the very fast number offhand. A very fast green played, it said 186 was the green speed, and it rolled 204 feet on a flat surface. Now they upped it to 200. It still rolls the 204, I think. Or no, it was 180. It was 186 and rolled 201. Now it says 204, rolls 201. That's what it is. In that adjustment, the greens are playing the same as they did before, but the number associated this number. So this is 116 on the putter. Basically what it means is if you have a completely flat surface, 100% putt should roll 116 feet. Before, this number would have been a little bit lower. So this 116, it probably rolls pretty close, like 115 or something. Not very far off. But what that ended up doing is, for however the stuff is programmed in the background, effectively makes it so that on the green uphill putts you need to add more. The default power is shorter, so it's not that they changed the putt weight, like stat. They changed the default position that the putter is at. This is a bold move. I'm gonna go for it. Good job closing the face, Colby. That was the safe play. Get into the bunker. Good job, Brain. Brain taking over there and saying, yeah, man, you're not messing this one up. Oh, wow, that... See, sometimes I feel like they don't stop up this. But so that's why you see every time, like on putts, I'll add a little bit of power to it. And on like the faster greens, you want to add even more. What's going on, Adam? Want to tell me that I look like Woody Harrelson from Out of the Furnace? Adam, you were definitely not the first person to make the Woody Harrelson comparison, but I appreciate it. I always take it as a compliment. But let me see what it is. Out of the Furnace young Woody Harrelson? That's 2013. Not as much younger. See, the thing is, if I want to go like full Woody, I gotta cut this back shorter, and I gotta grow the beard. But the wife wouldn't like it so much. You do it, Adam? Adam, my I don't think I have it on my YouTube bio, but on my like Twitch and Twitter bio, I think I have knockoff Woody Harrelson. Years ago too, they one of those things were going around where it was like what's it called, or it was like the who's your celebrity parent. Woody Harrelson came up, so it has to be confirmed. If the AI is onto it, it must be true. All right, definitely could have been better. Much stronger back nine. The bogey was a bit of a whiff there. But like I say, 10 under is kind of our we make some mistakes round. All right, let's run some ranked duos. Let's run some ranked duos. Whoop up on some people. Is really bothering me. Where did I hear about that clean play thing before? Did that show up? I can't remember if that was at some awards thing or something, or what exactly it was. Look at that speed of readiness. Let's go, Lucas. Time to dominate. Time to Hey, speaking of Marigot Cove, this was the course I was talking about 45 minutes ago or so when we were talking about elevation and wind. The one par 5 on this is such a steep elevation, and you're taking like long iron, like you're somewhere in the like the 4-iron, 4-3-2 iron hybrid kind of range. That elevation change is is pretty big in terms of how it affects the ball flight. Morgott Cove, told you there was... Ah, yes. Morgott Cove, the Elden Ring course. There should also be a Margit Cove. They're twin courses on the same plot, right? Oh, that's a line, Lucas. Get in there. Get in there. Every time I see this hairstyle, it's been a minute, but every time it looks like a second head. Like there's just that much hair. Ooh, they're gonna be short. I don't think they're gonna get to the ridge. Mans took way too little club. Way too little club. His name is Pikel Longpipe. So what's the pun here? Pikel Longpipe. Because it sounds like it's supposed to be Michael. So if P is M, then you've got a couple options here. You got Michael Longmime. Or if it's, you know, switching the letters, it's Lykel Pongpipe. I bet you were holding your breath too, Lucas. I mean, I know it had some heat on it, but that's a pretty nasty pin to ace. Front pin there. Need to screen cap that face. Oh no. Oh no. We have a new emote coming. I still have animated slots. Ooh, see, there's the fake out. The character starts to walk it off and point, when in fact he did not make. But I made it. But I made it. Yeah, we still have one regular emote slot, and I think I have... Damn. That rolled so much. Jeez. Alright, let me take a look at my dashboard here. We have one regular emote slot, and we've got 3 animated slots left. Well, I'd rather be where we are than where they are. Good out. It's a good out. Still don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, I've been slow, like the slowest amount filling that, filling our emotes up. So I apologize to all subscribers who feel like they're being gypped. I've had all these emote slots for years, and I just don't know what to do with them. It's also the same way that I know that most people watch on mobile here, but any better Twitch TV enjoyers, yeah, if you ever have suggestions on what you want for emotes, any really good ones, you can always drop suggestions in Discord. Links in the description or channel command, but I'm at 87 out of 500 emote slots. I'm at 87 out of 500. I don't know what to do with that many. Really don't. I missed open face, but that's actually not going to be too shabby. What touch? What's going on, John? This is PGA 2K25. Thinking about doing a chargeback due to lack of emotes? It's the straw that broke the camel's back. It's okay, Lucas. I understand. I understand. If you're done giving the money, I respect it. Yeah, it just means I'll make pennies off of you on ads instead. No, I don't. The ad money is just residual stuff. I run them because I have to, not for the money. Now, I think if I was a large streamer and had like a very large audience, then I probably would run it for the money because you can make a lot of money on ads, but yeah, we take the breaks. I don't like missing things when I watch other streams, so I don't want people to miss stuff while we're mid-conversation. And it's probably also healthy for us to all get out of our chairs. Dang, they copied you, dude. They're gonna give me the line though. 500, Richard? Yeah, so for those that don't know, because I feel like this is the if you watch on PC, right? If you're a PC Twitch viewer, hold on, gotta watch the line. All right, didn't break a lot, but they were also more to the right. They're Twitch extensions. Nice. There are Twitch extensions. So there's Better Twitch TV, there's FFZ, which is Frankerface Z, there's 7TV. These are all browser extensions that you can use to enhance your Twitch viewing experience. I highly recommend it. I can't believe people watch it without it. But that's just me. That being said, with all of them, there are subscriptions that you can increase the number of emote slots that you have for their like global emote pool, or actually it's a bunch of custom emotes and stuff, as well as some other options. Well, I've been subscribed to Better Twitch TV since like 2018, and like every month that you're subscribed, they give you more emote slots. So I've been subscribed for like 7 years because it gives me personal emotes that I can use in other channels, but also more that we can use here. But 500 of them is a bit much for one man. So it's kind of this weird thing where over the years, like, tree there, bud. More and more viewers have become mobile or console like TV viewers. And so I think only like a third of people actually watch at their computer, but I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Obviously, if you can. Just a better viewing experience, in my opinion. So, you know, when you see people saying, feels good man, feels bad man, CAC W, all those sorts of things that don't show up in your mobile chat, that's why. It's because they're emotes from these other extensions. That if you have the extensions, they will render in your chat. Alright, what, they're dormy now, right? Cutting that close, Lucas. That's gonna leave us 150. What, it's uphill a little bit, probably about 160 or so in. Be a nice little like 9-iron or something. Easy. It's crazy when the wind is at the regular spot. Stinger to avoid it. Yeah, the stinger effectively does what I would do with the driver in 2K23. Ah, nice shot. They're gonna be really sad when we cozy on up next to him, huh? 154, 164. I played. I went long. Dang. Dang. I thought the backspin was gonna knock it down a little bit more. Way to finish him off, Lucas. Way to finish him off. Just dominating performance. Yo, what's going on, Scarlet? How have you been, dude? Amount of cosplay run emotes I could have had for Dark Souls. Jailer #1. What, like a Smitty Werberjagen and Jensen? He was #1, but with the Jailer. So stupid. That freaking run, dude. That freaking run. Most people here don't even understand. Don't even understand. For those that don't know what Scarlet is talking about, back in the day when we were big on the Dark Souls 3 challenge run streaming, we did the hardest difficulty of the game. We did a Jailer cosplay, which is if you're not familiar with Dark Souls 3, is an enemy type in the game. We would go through new game cycles playing dressed as and only using the weapons that that character would use. And the Jailer's like soldering iron sucked. It did such little damage, and it also did fire damage, to which some enemies were fully resistant to. That was the only weapon it had. The reason why the weapon sucked is because the actual enemy could like drain your health super low, so it didn't need to do a lot of damage. I couldn't drain your health. So there were 2 boss fights. I think one took like an hour and another took an hour and a half. I'm talking just like playing the game straight focused. I have it on YouTube too. Not that anybody would in their right mind sit down and watch that, but let me see the length. 25, yeah. Yorm, hour 32. And Demon Prince was 52 minutes. Like, it was to the point that your weapons would break. But I had to survive for an hour and a half straight on the hardest difficulty of a fight and just not lose focus. Because you would run out of heals if you did. And you'd have to use repair powder, which for 99% of people you never have to touch in those games. Alright. I apologize for the rambling, Lucas. Give me 3 minutes. We got to run our ad break here because ads are going to hit in just a few. So, thank you all for being here. Like, sub, follow, all that good stuff. Miserable at best. Yeah, Q Mayday Parade. Anywho, we'll be back in 3 minutes. I appreciate you all very, very much. Go stretch, grab a snack, and we'll run some more ranked here in just a little bit. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. All right, let's get it. It's raining ads. Yeah, it's one of my dumb jokes. It's one of my dumb jokes. I thought that was probably the better option than going with Slayer. I feel like Slayer coming in with the would be probably a bit much. Down 69 feet. Nice. Nice. I do. I'm still pretty new to it though, Adam. I bought my first set of clubs just about 4 years ago. So I've only got like 30 lifetime rounds. I'm sitting at like a 26.5 handicap, somewhere in there. So we're like just starting to get a little bit more consistently breaking 100. I'm hoping this year that I can make a big step and get down towards 90, because I've shot a 93 before. Like, I definitely think I have it in me. I'm trying to set up getting lessons. I just moved a few months ago, so trying to find someone to get lessons. I want to get a little bit more power. I really need to just stop flaring the ball out to the right, so kind of those two things. And I think the power part for me is more so from, ball striking. Yeah, I don't think that my mechanics are really all that clean. Because I think if I can get solid at that, then I can get out of my head and spend a little bit more time on the ooh, that did not react how he thought it would. Spend a little bit more time on short game. Like, I know I should spend more on short game, but I know I struggle tee to green so much. It's hard for me to really put in that time like I want to. Move to Central Pennsylvania. So the weather's been a lot cooler here. I used to live in Northern Virginia for a few years, which is when I picked up golf, was while I was down there. Okay, I didn't need that extra little movement at the end there. What's going on, Helty? Short game doesn't matter if it takes too many to get there in the first place. That's kind of where I'm at, Helty. Which, like, I know is you take so many shots inside of it, but yeah, it's also just not really fun when you're sometimes taking the 4 or 5 strokes to get to the green. So it's like cool I can go up and down for double. Finally shot your first sub 70, but it was winter golf, so you couldn't record it. Max Fly, I just play whatever balls I find in the woods. If I'm feeling really good, I play my Kirklands. Familiar with Bedford? I definitely have heard of it. I'm originally from Philly burbs. Bedford, PA, Bedford. Let me see on the map. So I think I know where it is, but I want to just make sure. Yeah, it's just off. Okay, yeah. I know Bedford because, so I went to Penn State and have some family and stuff up that way. So we would take, when I lived in Maryland and Virginia, going back up to visit for games and stuff, like we would take 70 to 30 and get on 99 and zip on up. Hopefully going to be going to more Penn State games now that back in Pennsylvania. hurts. That just hurts to miss. You're in Lockhaven, Wolves? Alright, yeah. It's not crazy far. Play Titleist during the summer. Yeah, I'm at the point where I lose too many balls, so I just... If you look at my bag, it's like a few balls that I have marked with my initials, and it is a bunch of balls that I've found in the woods. Franklin needs to go stash. Yeah. I understand I understand the logic from the people that run things of like, well, he wins a lot and recruiting is still pretty good, so like we're gonna keep him. But I don't think he's the guy that's gonna get you the national championship. I wasn't sure how that was gonna release. They put it up too close, so I had to give it a run. I didn't think it was gonna run away like that, though. Went to Lockhaven a lot camping. So this'll hit with you probably quite a bit, Adam. There's actually a guy in the golf community on the Twitch side. I haven't seen him in a minute, but he actually owns a bunch of the stuff at the what's it called? Why am I blanking on that town name? I was just looking at it. Please hold. Please hold while my mind escapes me. Breezewood. The Breezewood Plaza. Get out of here with that, Weber. That's disgusting. I tried to get aggressive Lucas because we couldn't get there in two. Didn't really matter. Throwing it down there, 329. Unless you could do some crazy driver off the deck, but I don't think it's going to run that far. It's such a long hole. But yeah, the Breezewood Plaza. I tried to stop in and meet him one time, but he wasn't there when we were driving through. You're a distributor of Utz and Snyder of Berlin products. Breezewood is one of your main regions. Well, if you know a Michael, if you know a Michael, I know who he is on the internet. I kicked left. Dang. What's going on, Smithers? Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. We try our best. Please keep Franklin. What are you afraid? Oh, nice putt. You afraid he's gonna end up at Notre Dame? Like, what are you scared of, Lucas? Or you just want to keep Penn State down? Man, they are just missing so many putts. We're gonna be 2 up. It should be probably close to all square here. 15 minutes in a duo lobby and you finally get a match? Taking you that long to get a match? Nobody. Really? Lucas and I have been queuing up pretty quickly. Are you playing like casual duos? Or is your rank so high that they just can't find people to match up with you? Yeah. Keep Penn State docile. I gotcha. Little bite back left. Oh, I came straight back. Pretty good. Just can't win the big games. Yeah, it's kind of sad that, like, I was in college. I was at the game against Ohio State that they won. And we, blocked the kick and stormed the field. So, like, great student memory. But, yeah, kind of sad that, like, I was still in school the last time that happened, and I'm turning 30 this year. I tell you what, though, that was epic because, I don't know everybody's familiarity with Penn State football. My freshman year, we played a quadruple overtime game against Michigan and won. And I was like, I know this is my first year, but nothing is going to top this whiteout. Nothing is going to top this whiteout. And then my senior year, blocked field goal return, touchdown against number 2, Ohio State. We stormed the field. And I was like, okay, we've topped it. No respect for singles and ranked duos? Oh, yeah. You're trying to queue up for duos, though? Unpartnered? That doesn't sound like a fun time to me. I like to know the person that I can blame for our loss, you know? I like to... if I mess up, I like to be able to yell at Lucas about why didn't he save me. It's not as fun just queuing up against some random person on the internet. Then you start getting angry and you gotta go in and start sending DMs. I got scared. I forgot our friend request wasn't cleared out there. I thought I was having somebody getting angry at me. Getting real angry. That is steep. Steep. That's below the feed. I'm going over here. Oh. Wow, that's so good. I pulled it. If I actually squared that up, we might just dunk that splash. Something you've been working on during this match, Lucas? Oh, you working on the emote? Oh, that's funny. I think for the emote, just at scale, Lucas, I think you have to do without the absolute cinema part. Couldn't do it being righty. It's because there's advantage in it. If you play as a lefty, you can play a draw bias and have the flop as it stands, because it's technically a fade for the lefty. Well, think about how small the emote is, because like this is the Better Twitch TV one. Now, obviously, the Better Twitch TV one gets to just, hopefully you have BTTV to see it, but it's wide framed. We'd be making it small as just a regular emote, so the cinema would probably crop the face. I don't know, we'd have to test it and see what it looks like at the 125. Oh, that's out the back. but at the like 118 or 128 pixels or whatever it is. Yeah, how's it going, Joseph? Anticipating your teammates' disapproval for a bad shot, even though they're probably just chilling? What up, Slim? Season contender. 40 matches in ranked matchmaking. Alright. GG's. Alright, let's run it back again. I do golf IRL. I'm not very good. I'm like a 26.6 handicap, I think I'm sitting at, but we're making progress. Making progress. I'm from PA, originally Philly Burbs. So you won't catch me. My wooder has been, I trained that out of me at a young age. What are these matchups, Lucas? These poor bogey players just running into a freight train. Poor bogey players just run into a freight train. What course is this? That's actually a great question. Let me see what that was. Rewind the tape. Nope, not against these guys. Paynes Valley. That was Paynes Valley. You miss M and his Wooder emote? Oh, IRL course? I literally just moved, so I don't have an IRL course yet. I don't have a home course. I lived in Virginia for a few years. Just moved to Pennsylvania a few months ago. I've gone to the local driving range. One doesn't just lose the Wooder. I taught the Wooder out at a very young age. My family still says it, especially my dad and stuff. I think I have some little Philly Burbs isms left in me. But I think a lot of this stuff I sound, at least to myself, I sound pretty neutral. I've had the odd, I don't know what it is about the way that I talk, but I've had the odd statement that like people have thought that I'm like an English speaker as like a second language from another, like from a European country. I don't really know what to make of that. I don't know if they just think I have some sort of accent. I don't think it's in the words that I use like second language. I think just that I have a European accent of some sort. I don't know though. Machine that sucks up dirt? A vacuum? UK is like a quarter of the price. It's definitely a lot cheaper moving to central Pennsylvania, I tell you that much. Playing the like county courses and stuff, the cheapest, you could like walk the public courses for like 50 something, 50 or 60 bucks. Here I can play 18 with a cart for like 40. Yeah, what up, Pat? Stripey. Surprised the wind moves it that much to the left, to be honest. Pennsylvanians call it a sweeper? That's what you've always called it? Well, it's tough. It's tough to just give like a general classification for sweeper, Adam, because, or not sweeper, for Pennsylvanians, because you've got the Philly influence, right? You've got Philly Burbs, you've got the Pittsburgh area, and then you've got like the more backwoodsy stuff. Like it's not a small enough state. Like you have regions within the Pennsylvania stuff. Like my mother-in-law says Crick. There's a lot of people that that say Crick. My grandmother would say like the Warsh and stuff. And I'll say go to the shore, right? I think that's probably a giveaway. Like go to the Jersey Shore. But I will only say go to the shore when I'm talking about New Jersey, I won't actually, like, I'll say go to the beach if I'm talking about go to like Myrtle Beach or something, go to Outer Banks. Your grandmother would call ketchup catsup? No, I didn't have any of that. Friend from Scotland moving to the Philly area? Interesting evolving accent. Well, it's always interesting seeing, like, I think English speakers, when I say English speakers, I mean like British, have an easier time doing like the American accent. I feel like it's harder to go, like, I feel like Americans do the old prim and proper, you know, old style, like, British stuff. You even hear like, you hear some of the celebrities and stuff that are from the UK that work in, you know, in film and in Hollywood and whatnot, have that sort of association with it for their kids. Because their kids end up having more of an American accent from where they grow up, and so their proper English accent is more proper English and not like, you know, modern British. Favorite character, Raphael? You talking like archetype? Right now I'm playing with Sculptor. I think Sculptor and Technician. You can maybe throw Magician somewhat similar to Sculptor. I think those are the best ones. I have to practice American accents more than the reverse. Also, that is probably accurate. Oof. 2 misses. Yeah, I mean, I think that is accurate, Matt, because, you know, you're talking Hollywood being the larger market. Your 25 to 30 handicap on 2K Slim, it is tough. It is tough. Overcoming and like learning the diagonal swing definitely takes a bit. Once that clicks though, you'll really start seeing the progress, because like you can learn how the winds and everything play, but it's, I don't know, it's always that tough thing. If you're aimed in the right spot and you execute, that's great. If you're a great ball striker, don't know, you know, how to aim, it doesn't really matter. So, you know, I guess at the same time as you're working on your inputs and learning that feel to give you the consistent angles and stuff, you know, practicing your elevation and wind math, I think, will take you a long way then. Took your Xbox back to the store. Yeah, Helty, that's what came to mind. I saw the same video with Christian Bale. He was saying that, which it's always crazy to hear Christian Bale talk with a British accent, because like a lot of times I forget that he is British. But at least for his kids, I know he was saying that they oh, that took such a big bounce, dang. With his kids, he was saying that they do like, they don't do like the modern British. They like do the same way that like Americans think of British speaking. But it's always an interesting thing because, you know, I think English, like British English to American English, is not the same as like, I think a lot of times when people do accents, you're doing, like when, I guess when English, like US English speakers are doing like a French or Italian accent, a lot of times you're doing the accent of someone who talks in that native tongue in their second language. If that makes sense. Because that's how you hear it, because you don't know the other language, so you're like hearing the like second hand applied. accent to a different language. What's going on, Norman? Looks hot in all those heavy clothes. Yeah, we're out on the sands course here in the hot sun, wearing some pretty long clothing. Yeah, I'll talk to my wife at some point here. We got to get him dressed into some other outfits. Yeah, got a reminder we're coming into spring. Maybe shed a jacket or something. Hopefully that's not too far down there. I think that should still be 100 something out. Yeah, we're good. 130. Depth perception. Who needs it? Am I right? Who needs depth perception anyway? Man, you know how some people have those like shout out commands that pull like a random clip from deep in the archives of your life? I've been streaming for almost 9 years now. And the other day, I rated someone, they gave a shout out, and it brought up like an old clip from Crash Bandicoot. Because I never played as a kid, so I bought the remaster to experience it for the first time. I struggle with that game because it's a fixed camera in 3D space. And that makes depth perception awful. I can judge my depth perception better if I can move the camera around. When it is fixed, oh my word, that is a whole other animal. I struggle immensely. What's going on, Simon? Spencer, welcome back. How does scoring work in this mode? So this is match play. So you play with a partner and you alternate shots, right? So if I tee off on one shot, Lucas will tee off the second one, then back to me, etc., and then he'll tee off the next one, right? And it goes back and forth like that for holes, but it's match play. So if we shoot a better score than they do on a hole, we go one up. Like, we get a point in our direction effectively. If we are down to them score-wise on a hole, we drop one. And if we tie, it's a push. And so right now we are 3 up. So we have we won the first 3 holes. If we tie a hole, we'll stay 3 up. But eventually it will get to a point where they will run out of holes to compete. And it will end. So like, we just won 4 straight there. If we tied this next one, if we tied the next 2 holes, we would get to the 5th hole, there would be, or we tied the next 2 holes. At the end of the 6th hole, there would be no more holes to play. And so it would be, we would technically win 4 and 3, which is 4 up and 3 holes to play. All right, take it easy, Adam. I'll catch you later, man. Have a good night. My day was good, Simon. Thank you for asking. How about yours? Golfing is fun. Golfing is funny, and that's the spirit. That's the spirit. Better than when people come in and say golf is boring, and I say, okay. Speak for yourself. I really like it. I'm gonna overpower this. All right, Lucas? Got a pretty big kick. I guess I didn't need the overpower. I like this game a lot, Simon. I like this game a lot. There's some small things that need some cleaning up. I'm tired of the stutters, but I've been enjoying it. I haven't gotten to a point yet where I've logged in and been like, you know what? Don't really feel like playing the golf today. And we're 103 hours in. I do play IRL. I'm not very good, but I do play. Hoping to get better this year. I guess that'll be the thing for the rest of my life, though, right? Why does their score go down when mine goes up? Because it's relative, right? So we're 4 up, they're 4 down. So it's all relative to you. Like, they're 4 down to us, we're 4 up to them. You had 24? What? You had 24? I had 23. Must have missed 24. Easier to live stream than to edit videos? Well, yes. Yeah. The thing is, I have been a streamer for a much longer time, and I very much so enjoy it. And I could probably be more successful in some terms by giving up streaming in order to live, or giving up streaming in order to make more videos and, you know, edit them and have the higher quality content and stuff. But I just can't get myself to do that. So we stream, I try and record some videos when I have time, but, you know, I've got a wife and kid and stuff, so we make the most of it. I pretty much live stream daily shorts and the occasional recorded video. Road to the Masters? Oh, okay, so that's not even 2K, that's EA's game. I did have that one. I didn't enjoy it that much. It also came out like right around the time that my son was born, so I didn't get to play it all that much. I did not like the randomness in that game. The fact that every shot just had this cone of uncertainty was not fun to me. You have big wind. You could aim a really great shot. It would say perfect shot, and then you were just left up to chance. It's one thing I love about the 2K games is when you execute your shot, it goes where it says it's gonna go. Or like, once all physics and stuff is factored in, it goes where it's gonna go. Playing duos with someone you know isn't chaotic enough? One up with an unknown partner on 9? Well, I think the hardest part with playing... I guess they want us to concede where it's fine, because we're already in. Need to get that one? Well, no, I'm saying I have it. I just didn't enjoy it that much. GG's? Alright, I think I'm good for one more, Lucas, if you are. 5 and 4? We're just dominating right now. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the matchmaking, Spencer, is a little bit lopsided. Unfortunately, duos is the harder one to match up because there's less of a player base on duos, and so it has to try and matchmake based on the pair, and sometimes it doesn't do a great job. So sometimes, every once in a while, we run into like a way higher pair, but other times it puts you in against lower ranked people. And I don't know if it does that sometimes because of how few games we have played too. Like, I don't know if it's purely like MMR based or what, but like this. Like, Lucas is 808, I'm 728 now. They only lose a point, but like, they're bogey and birdie. Like, it was never a fair match. It should have always been a steamroll like that. Think of the TGL first season? I enjoyed it. I didn't get to watch it that much. I watched the first one, and I watched like the President's Day matches because I was working and they were on during the day, so I got to actually enjoy those. Um, I like the banter and everything. Like I like being able to see that side of players. Oakmont's out near Pittsburgh, right? Yeah. Yeah, Pittsburgh's still a hike. Pittsburgh is still a hike. Like, even though I'm in Pennsylvania, it's still like 2.5 hours. Still like 2.5 hours to get out there. Phil's playing Pittsburgh the weekend before. I don't know. I've never actually been to PNC Park. My sister has gone to school out there, so she's watched some games. And like my grandparents, they try and make it, because they live in the middle of the state too. They live like the Harrisburg-ish area, so they'll try and make games at both. They went down to spring training and stuff, so like they're big Philly sports fans in general, but real big Phillies fans. Your 3-click partner from 23 bailed. He's getting better. Yeah, switching to swing stick after playing not swing stick is definitely an adjustment. I have 2 streams on YouTube, Stash. I have a regular one and a vertical one. Vertical one says vertical in the title. The regular one doesn't. There should be when you go to the live tab. 2 streams. So it can be both, Spencer. You can have a partner that you go in with. So we're playing with Lucas, who's in the Twitch chat. But you can solo queue it, and they'll put it is a wait because they have to find you another solo queue partner who's, I'm sure they try to put at similar. Oh, thanks. Thanks for this, Lucas. One of these times, I am like so close to dunking those picks. I've never been to PNC. I've been to Petco twice, neither of which to watch a Padres game. TwitchCon is in San Diego a couple of times that I've gone, and so I've been to 2 concerts. I saw Blink-182 and Logic the first time, and the second time I saw Megan Thee Stallion. So yeah, the last few concerts that I've seen are definitely not my norm and definitely a mixed bag. I'm trying to think, what are the last concerts I've seen? I feel like I saw something after Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, right. So I've seen Megan Thee Stallion. I've seen Pitbull and T-Pain. That was, I wanted to see T-Pain. And Blake Shelton. With some other people, but yeah, and I'm a rock and roll guy, but you know, when you go with other people. The Megan Thee Stallion one was just because I had already paid for it, so we were gonna go and see it. She was a good performer though. What beat my hole-in-one count, Cheese? Still 2. We did hole-a-shot tonight. Not a hole-in-one. There's a hole-in-2. So, maybe partial credit. Playing 1... I did not. That's my bad, Lucas. I did not full swing that. As you can see by my rhythm, I didn't like my backswing timing, and I didn't commit to the shot. But yeah, we should. I mean, let me know if you don't see it, Stash. There should be a second. There should be a second stream up on the YouTube. There should be a normal one as well. Yeah, okay, I see it. Yeah, there's just like a little dash vertical at the end. I don't know if it's because I go live with the vertical one second that comes up first. Maybe if I try going live with the vertical one and then the regular one, that'll change the order of them. Who's this guy here? Is me. Is me, Cheese. But yeah, I've been to games at Citizens Bank, obviously. And I've seen the Phillies play the Diamondbacks in Phoenix twice. I don't think I've watched a game at any other ballpark. I've been to Petco twice, but for concerts. I guess I've been on a tour because we went to Baltimore for a field trip in high school. So I've been on a tour of the Orioles ballpark at Camden Yards. Get in there, Lucas. I don't have my YouTube output set up, so my Twitch stream is doing regular, the NVIDIA 264 encoding at 6500 bitrate, but my YouTube streams are on the 265 encoding. So it's the HEVC, I think. Yeah, the NVENC HEVC instead of the NVENC 264. Yeah, so I'm encoding it twice because I'm streaming console. So I know that my computer can take a little bit more. I have a 3070 Ti, but I'm playing on console, so capture card is taking that weight. That being said, I can handle Elden Ring on my PC and doing all of this stuff on medium settings. So, I have to dial some stuff back in order for it to work. Otherwise, it just completely overloads. But I have that on the better encoder because YouTube supports it, so I get better per bitrate, and I'm doing 10K bitrate. Yeah, I game 1080, so even when I'm doing Elden Ring, I'm on 1080 locally. But that was my stress test of it. So yeah, long story short, I have 10K bitrate with the next encoder up. I don't have AV1 supported stuff, and I don't think AV1 is really just supported across the board anyway. But the 265 encoding is pretty nice. Ooh, get in there, M. Monthly face re-up. Little super flop for you. Get in there, M. Welcome back for 32 months. Thank you for choosing to use your Prime sub over here. I greatly appreciate it. Twitch is going to slowly allow 4K streaming. Really? They have to allow higher bitrate with that too, right? I mean, like I said, I have a 4K capture card. I don't have 4K monitors, so I don't think I would stream at 4K because I technically wouldn't have the canvas for it. I'd have to have the upscale and stuff. But I think I would still go 1080p streams and just up the bitrate. Because again, 1080 canvas. I mean, I don't know. 1080 canvas upscaled to 1440, maybe. Because how does that work with my capture card? I guess I could... My capture card... I guess I could put 1440 through. I guess I could put 1440 through for the, for anything that we play off of the PlayStation. I don't know about locally that I would. I would have to change the canvas size though, right? I think so. I think I would have to change the canvas size and like make everything according to that. That would require a little bit of testing and research. Either way, I mean, getting a bitrate boost is always nice. Man, just catching it. Hey, I appreciate that, Simon. Thank you. How the correct pronunciation? I made a comment, Em, about how I used to live, like I grew up in Philly burbs. So, you know, I actually taught Wooder out of my vocabulary when I was fairly young, because I knew it wasn't correct. But we were trying to figure out like different isms that might give away that I'm originally from Philly burbs. Like I say Jersey Shore. I don't really have a lot of the harsh stuff though. I'm a trader? Like Joe? I'm a trader like Joe? Not the traitor like Alan Cumming. Very good frozen dinners. Yo. The yeah, Trader Joe's has got some pretty baller stuff. We're big fans of like the teriyaki chicken. Microwave hamburgers? That's a Costco thing. I don't even have Costco near me anymore. It's a touchy subject, all right? Don't bring it up. We have to be Sam's Club people now. Choice of deli meat on a roll? What would you call that? Are you talking about my hoagie? Hoagie Fest at the Wawa? It's not as bad as you think, Em. Don't diss it. Don't diss it until you had it. Alright? Alright, buddy? I don't really know how this is gonna go, Lucas. I'm not gonna lie. I left the face open. Well, I tell you what, the wind don't do a dang thing. The wind don't do a dang thing at that partial. White Castle Frozen Johns at Lake 3? I've never actually had White Castle. Nothing beats Costco meat. When I go to visit my parents, I think the next time we'll be in town will be like for Memorial Day. I think my wife and I are gonna ask my mom to take us to Costco so we can shop there and also get like a hot dog. Love a Costco hot dog, so good. I'm telling you, Em, it's not as bad as you. Oh, that's so mean. Not that we needed the extra strokes there, but yeah, it's the microwave hamburger in a bag. Not as bad as you'd think. It really isn't. Miss the Costco wings, Louis? I don't think I've had Costco wings. They're to go. Those the bolognese raviolis though, those are pretty good. I mean the rotisserie chicken, classic. We never got the wings, but some of their pre-prepared meals that you just throw in the oven for a little bit are pretty great. Yeah, the bolognese ravioli ones were a go-to of ours. The quesadillas were easy. I liked the What was it? The fettuccine alfredo was pretty good. There was one that had spinach. If you get the one with spinach and tomato, be prepared. There is a crap ton of spinach in that, like too much spinach. Doing a carb cleanse currently to flush your system before you make it suffer all summer? This is making you hungry? I'm sorry. You have to understand, Em, that I can't go there. So this just brings me... There's a bit of nostalgia and a lot of sad. Yeah, we were always Costco people over Sam's anyway. And now having to actually go to Sam's as their only option... There's just certain things that it's like, man, I really miss that. All right, hopefully we don't come out low end here, because I'm kind of trying to stretch this one a little bit. Uphill a touch. The wind is off there, but I think we still gotta go out left. Might go too far. Yeah. It's out of the heavy rough. I mean, short pin there. There's not much you can do. No Costco around me? Dude, when I say I live in like middle of nowhere, middle of the state, I mean it. I'm like 5 minutes from road with signs for Amish buggy traffic. I mean, heck, we're getting a kitchen table and a TV stand done by the Amish woodshop. So, yeah, I'm lucky that Comcast has fiber here, which is like the most random thing. Semi close to a metro. When I lived in Virginia, I was DC Metro. Back Pennsylvania, not so much. Not so much. Hey, we finally reached level 100, which means we can put on a new driver. Nice. I look forward to that. Equip. All. And now we just go full power on the driver. We're gonna hit it so far. Nice. Only came with plain sauce on the side, but we're still a beast? Oh, I bet. GG's, Lucas. We dominated all of the people that were well below our rank like we should have. Which course is my favorite, Raphael? I don't know, man. I am historically the worst when it comes to favorites. I am historically the worst when it comes to favorites. I know that's sounds like a cop-out answer, but I really don't have them. Stream again? Yeah, what happened, Em? You took over the band and then just... What, suddenly you don't have time for us anymore? Like, what's that about? Do we know what qualifiers are? TBD. TBD. Okay, it won't let me put the power one on. We've got 26 of them. Power drive. Power thirst. All right. And then we Evo my stag. Yo, what up, Scotty? All right. So we'll let that slowly level up. And we'll just get more and more power. I think the only things left that we need to do with this bag, I want, but I don't know if it really matters or not. I think the goal is to get these guys upgraded, right? Get the wedges. get the hybrid, and get the 3-wood here upgraded. And then this is gonna get the same build that the irons have with swing path and contact. And then I think we're gonna get a little bit of power. A little bit of power into the 3-wood, some swing path, maybe some contact if we have stuff left over. The hybrid, I don't know if we're gonna put a power into it or not. I guess it depends on like how much distance it gives. I just want to be long off the tee with the 3-wood. Really give us a chance to get at these par 5s. Change your club skin, do you lose all your fittings? Yes, they are specific to a club. So if you change what brand, all the fittings are left on that other one. You don't lose them, they're just on that club. So you lose them when you go to Evo a club. So yeah, that's why I've been so stingy with it. I've just been saving up for the limited edition ones, because I basically want it to be that they don't go away. They just stay with us forever. All right, folks. Well, thank you very much for hanging out with me this evening. I greatly appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, as well as Thursday, 7:30 Eastern, live on Twitch, twice on YouTube. So we've got horizontal streams. If you're not a fan of the vertical, if you are in the vertical and that's your preference, we got that too. Yeah, if you enjoy, leave a like on the video. For the YouTube folks, leave a YouTube sub, leave a Twitch follow. Of course, if you enjoyed, you know, I don't want to force you to do anything you don't want to. And we do have a Discord if you're interested in that. Best place to keep up with when we go live and any changes to the stream schedule. All right, I think that's I think I've gotten through my whole self-promotion thing. So we're gonna go say hello to Seamount. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will catch you guys back here tomorrow. All right, let's go say hi.